Halloween Megathread 2019. AskReddit has hit 25 million subscribers. Insert party parrots here.
Starbuck was a famous Canadian bull, whose genome was so desirable that his sperm sold for $25 million during his life, and he has more than 200,000 daughters.
The population of Australia is listed as 24,898,152 by the UN in 2019. So there are more AskRedditors than Australians.
There are, on a standard, 3x3 Rubik's Cube, 43,252,3,274,489,856,000 possible combinations, or 43.2 quintillion. Every single combination is different from the last, only one is solved.
To the bar, everyone. The first 25 million beers are on me.
If I had 25 million euros, I would still be here, but with a better screen.
More so small, but there's a 1/100,000,000,000,000,000 chance of having your doppelganger with all 8 of your distinctive facial features walking around on Earth. Only a 1/135 chance that a complete pair of doppelgangers exists somewhere in the world.
25 million and I still can't get my questions too hot.
What do you guys think about No Nicotine November?
I did this last year cold turkey after smoking for 20 years and happy to say this is my 1-year smoke-free anniversary. Glad to have done it and never going back.
In the Netherlands we actually do Stoptober. I think it started in the UK and probably has a website with information. The success rate is big and every year more people commit to this.
If you can quit for a month, you are on the way to quitting forever. Nicotine is extremely addictive.
It's it. Doing crack Karen.
It's been 3 fucking days and I am gonna hit the next person WHO says hi to me. It's going great. Smile.
Brilliant idea. Although if you can make it 1 month, why stop there?
Well, I've been doing No Nicotine 9219 and it's looking good for November so far.
Gamers of Reddit, with 2019 soon coming to an end, what do y'all think is the best game of the 2010s?
For me, Mass Effect 2. Garrus has yet to be topped for male NPC emo.
Europa Universalis 4 is the one I probably spent the most hours playing. Stardew Valley.
Maybe not for the broader audience, but for the indie/strategy one, RimWorld would probably rank pretty high.
Subnautica.
Today is the Day of the Dead in Mexico. It is customary to put altars dedicated to a loved one who has died. In them are placed also the favorite things of the deceased. What would be on your altar?
My best friend's funeral was today. Put his old baseball glove and the baseball he threw his first curveball to me with on his casket. We played travel baseball together, I played catcher and he was a pitcher.
Brownies, toy cars, since I can't afford most of my dream cars, and memorabilia from my favorite sports teams. This one framed photograph of me and my childhood best friend to this day, she's still my best friend.
A copy of Super Smash Bros. Melee.
Dandelions, Moms and Pink Floyd vinyl.
Therapists of Reddit, what's something that a client has taught you, unknowingly, that you still treasure?
My teenage clients are how I learned about Reddit.
Not a therapist but a guy at AA, after being called an idiot, said, "Hey fella, just cause I don't know the steps to your dance, doesn't mean I don't got rhythm."
To those who would rather listen than talk, why?
I suck at talking, I'll say things but get nervous and stutter or fumble. Listening has always been my strong suit.
I feel like people think there is some deep reason here, but sometimes I just can't think of something to say, and it's more comfortable to listen than sit in silence.
Not talking rarely gets you in trouble.
I like to learn. It seems like 99% of the time people want to talk about things that I completely don't care about, and I am very bad at pretending to be interested. Bring me a subject I'm actually interested in and I'll talk your ears off.
Because I have crippling social anxiety and can't bear to say a sentence without cringing at myself.
What are some of the creepiest coordinates to check on Google Earth?
Hey everyone, thanks for giving great suggestions about the actual coordinates SMH.
54 degrees 39.746 is 36 degrees 11.680 UFO, that looks like it crashed in Antarctica. 79 degrees 58.674 is 81 degrees 57.870 a mountain that looks eerily like a pyramid. Pripyat, and the exclusion zone around Chernobyl? Not sure if the door to hell in Turkmenistan shows up particularly well, but that could be worth a shot. The Darvaza gas crater.
Anything posted here will end up on BuzzFeed tomorrow. Edit, well guys, I love aimlessly scrolling through BuzzFeed as the next person who's meant to be working, but they do like using Reddit as their inspiration. There's a memorial in the middle of the desert in Africa to a plane that crashed there. Nothing for miles around.
What screams, "I have a crush on you"?
Not my crush for sure. Wow, your hands are huge. Holds out hands to compare.
As someone who is more introverted, I try to be a bit more social, but I also tend to ramble a little and act more awkward, if that's at all possible.
Them looking at you after they tell a joke to see if you're laughing.
Going clear out of your way to make physical contact, from a touch on the arm to brushing shoulders in passing. Or straight up colliding head on. That'll do it. Reading through these replies as a guy to make sure my crush isn't picking up on anything because I don't want to tell her yet.
Girls, what was the most obvious hint you dropped, and the guy just didn't get it?
We were talking about canoes and I said I'm like a canoe because I'm wet and you can go inside me, and he said canoes aren't really wet.
I threw my panties at him and he kept explaining God of War lore.
After chatting for hours on top of a mountain from sunset until like 2 a.m., sharing a blanket, me leaning my head on his shoulder, telling him he's attractive, etc., he turns to me and says, "How do you tell if a girl is into you?"
He told me my hair looked nice. I said, "Bet it would look nicer with your hands in it." He said, in a very confused tone, "You want me to style your hair?" Before we started dating, I told my current boyfriend I love you and he said, "Oh, I love you too, you're such a good friend." The whole time we thought we were both friend zoning each other. Wasted half a year going in circles SMH.